Hi, welcome. This is a video that I am making of a Minecraft world that me and my brother and sister have been working on since about 2021. I'm playing on Nintendo Switch. This is Bedrock, and we're playing in survival mode. I'm starting out here in my main base, which I thought I'd show off here a little bit. The purpose of this video is just to record a bunch of things that we've worked on and to have reference to that and to be able to see it in the future if anything were lost. So I'd like to start by coming over here. In this corner I've got a fishing farm. There's a fishing rod in here that I can use, and I can do fishing and get all kinds of good stuff, especially including name tags. I've got a lot of storage running along the side here for various items sorted in different ways. Not the greatest sorting system, but there's a few other bases along the way, so not that important. This little area over here is my speedy way to get down into the good mining area. I can simply step in the middle of this hole, fall way down, and there's a huge area that has been mined out. It's not even loading properly back there right now. And then all I have to do is come down here. There should be a cart here. There's the mine cart. We'll stick that back on the track, and this will bring me right back up to the top without me having to go upstairs or maneuver my way back up anywhere. And when we get to the top, it'll bump this mine cart right into the cactus there, which then spits it out, and it sends it right back down there to be collected up again and put right back in that chest I got it from. So we have that. This is my smelting station, double furnaces, inputs, outputs. A little trash machine that I can dump a bunch in this trapped chest, and then it will spit it out into the cactus. This is my enchanting area, and these chests are all used for just storing books that I have already enchanted and other things that are enchanted. Coming down here, I call this my mob museum, and I've captured a bunch of different mobs and mob heads that I've put over here. Doesn't really serve any purpose, but it's just a fun little thing to look at all the different mob types that I've been able to grab. And they cannot see me through this glass, so everything's safe here. There's a few more I'd like to get eventually, so I've got a couple openings down at this end, or at least one opening. But I have that there. If we come around over here, yeah, I put in this little waterfall that kind of runs underneath here. That's just an aesthetic thing. This is a map of the whole world that we're looking at here. And right now, let's see, where are we? We're right about here on the map, I believe. Nope, that's wrong. Right about there. Yeah, that's about right. So I'll be showing off more of this throughout this video and probably some future videos. As we go upstairs here, this is the main entrance and exit. I have an aquarium I built over here. There were some more fish, but they didn't have name tags, so I guess they despawned over time. And this is my welcoming committee. Frank works behind the desk here, and he does good work for us. This button will cause this door to open, and we can head out. First I'll show you, if I come back down the steps here and go underneath, this is where all the redstone is for making that door function. We'll head back up there. Great. And from the outside, this door opens with a button press so that no mob can get in. Alright. If I look over this way, one of the most obvious things is this big lighthouse over here, which I did not build, but my brother did. I only recommended putting lava in the top. to make a nice bright light, and that's been quite effective. This is the Hilton Head Harbor Town Lighthouse, and this is representative of the Greg Russell Old Tree, which is also in Harbor Town, Hilton Head in South Carolina. Okay, if I follow the path over this way, there's these are kind of used as a farm for these, and we've got this funny floating island here over a whirlpool. We'll come back to that in a minute. First, I wanted to show you, over here is where my sister's base is. I'm not planning to go over to their bases and show them off at this point. Over here was a earlier building that I did. I tried to make the Great Deku Tree from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And similar to in that game, there's some spider webs here, and there's a way to climb up to the top and look out from above. You can even kind of come around inside the tree and get up pretty high on here to be able to see out where we came from. There's that floating island I mentioned, the lighthouse, some other things that we'll be seeing soon. So I'm going to glide down now. And we're going to come back over to this pond here. And you notice this one spot has an opening and a lever. And so this is actually a secret entrance to an underwater area. And we can go right down here. Water's clearing itself out. A little up and down to keep the water from ever getting down here. And there's this whole underground village area. At one point I had villagers living down here, but it seemed to mess with some other villager farms I had going on. So I had to remove the villagers from here to keep my other farms working properly. This is the door to get back and see the redstone for how that secret opening works underneath the water there, and there's a whole path raising up back that way. We won't be going through all that today. Head back out of here. Close that. Because the lighthouse is so prominent, I thought I would go inside here a little bit. Even though it's not my creation. And we can go up here and just have a little look out. I'm told that my brother has built something similar to this in multiple previous worlds he's been in, but I like this one being here for us. So there we can see out to a lot of stuff that's going on and some things we'll look at in the future. Head back down. Some tight stairs here. And now if we go below the base level, we can come down here, and this is an interconnected tunnelway which leads between the bases and gives you view of underwater sometimes. Over here. Down here, this is a underground farm that I created, and this is the slime farm, and sometimes you'll see slimes coming up through there, but the actual farm work is all down here. These are all the layers of the farm where slimes can spawn within a slime chunk, and then they'll work their way over and fall down this deep shaft and land on the magma blocks here. So there's a slime that's being destroyed by it now. It'll get collected by the cart, which will dump it in the hopper, and then send the slime sending down here. Yeah, there goes some slimes right now. This is that same deep level where we visited before, where everything's cleared out in a large area where we did some major mining over time. And back to the top, those will come out here and then dump into these various chests. Okay, to continue on, if I just continue through this path, this is the same one from the lighthouse. There's another view of the underwater area over there. This will bring me right back into my main base area. You've seen it before, the Mob Museum. And just to show a little bit more of the tunnel area, there's also a path over this way. I like this tunnel. And this one will connect over into my brother's proper base, which is down the hill here. You know what? I'll just show it a bit. There it is. Okay. Use your imagination for what the rest of that is. And there are multiple pathways that connect through here, so if you see other routes, we're not really missing anything. It's just other shortcuts to get through from one place to another. Let us go back outside. And if we come over here, by the way, this is sort of what we consider our town square, the center of town, with the dragon's head and the ender dragon egg there. My brother's base has an upper portion and a lower portion. That's the main upper portion, and we saw the lower portion before. If we walk down this path, this is a cooked chicken farm. It's got a bunch of chickens in there, and then they lay eggs, which go below. The baby chickens grow up into there, and you get out cooked chicken. This has not been a very fast farm. I think the rates must be a little slower on Bedrock, or maybe just on the Switch. This is just a device for standing on and launching yourself super high into the stratosphere. Looks like it would be safe to do now. Oh boy. And I do have the elytra on, so you're able to see a bunch of different things here. I'm sorry, it's nighttime. Maybe I'll go find a bed. Just gonna bring it safely back in here. And back to the same device we started at. Let me go ahead and bring it back to daytime here. Again, it is survival mode, so there could be mobs out there, although a lot of this is pretty safe with being lit up. So you see a platform up here, which will be the iron farm. I'll show in a sec. And in order to conserve space and also to keep the villagers centralized, the center of this village, I placed this wheat farm underneath the iron farm. And so this will collect wheat, and then down here there's a cart that runs by and collects it up. The villagers' hands are full. Continuing down there, it goes back into our underground tunnel system. That wheat will end up coming up through here and dumping into one of these chests. Also, the iron comes up this way too. So all of these items here come here. So I get iron, wheat, there's seeds from the iron farm, and then there's some junk that comes out of the iron farm as well. I don't think this bone meal belongs in here. And then the iron farm's done so well that I've had to do some conversion into iron blocks. So if I head up the stairs, we can see the iron farm. And that's just over here. There's a lot of villagers that are trapped in on both sides. Sometimes cats, but usually iron golems will spawn, float down into the middle, and the lava will kill them. It'll collect the lava. This farm and a lot of the other ones I found on YouTube from a guy, JZ Plays. So he just had some good stuff that worked out right for what I was trying to do. And then since I had to have these villagers here for the iron golems to spawn, I decided to also turn this into a trading center. And so I've got several different things here, some good enchantments, and then this guy's a farmer. There's some more farmers around on the other side, and they can all the farmers, I trade produce for emeralds, and then I trade the emeralds to the enchanted book guys. Some of these I haven't decided what they need to be yet, and so they're still left over as Fletchers. I don't really use those. So that is a very useful area. And again, all the iron stuff comes over here to this farm. And next I want to show you the mob farm, which is up there. There's multiple layers in there of dark areas with a little bit of water running, and it just brings all the mobs to fall right down the center here. It's enough height that they will die from the fall, and then the items get brought down here and sorted out between the different places. And then also, for space conservation, I put in a sugarcane farm and also a pumpkin farm. And these will load down in here as well, with the sugarcane and pumpkin on this side. I do have a little secret back area here to come see some of the redstone for the delivery and sorting systems. I've heard that all these hoppers can be a bit laggy, and I've done some water conversion in some farms, but with this one it's still hoppers. Another trash system. Okay. Let's see, here's a honey farm created by my sister. And then this is a very simple tree farm. It's just has a spot for trees, and then you can't see it because of all this, but there's a glass roof over it all so that the trees can't grow too high. It allows the trees to all grow in a tight space, but they won't grow too high, so they can all be chopped down by standing on the ground. And then I think there's another farm back here, which is for maybe for mud. My sister made this. Yeah, that makes mud. Dripstone for clay, I think. So there's a few other farms around. These are all just used to do all the different larger builds that we do later on, supporting bigger projects. All right, continuing away from this. This nice river runs through our area here, and I built this little suspension bridge to go over the water. At one point, this line was sort of a border to the world that we had created, and it is totally not anymore. So, not a very useful thing to still have there. Next, I wanted to show this crashed rocket that I built. It's meant to be gigantic and have left a big crater. That was kind of fun to figure out how to build that. Put the fire growing in there. And then there's a secret entrance in the side, a hidden flush door, and we actually can go up to the top or down to the nose of the rocket. There's not really much to see in any of these locations. Maybe a nice view from the top. Let's go check it out. These spider webs up here represent the smoke coming out of the back end. Yeah, we can't see a lot here. I can try to go around the edge, but it is so hard to see what's going on with these black blocks. This up here is supposed to be Christ the Redeemer statue, the same one from Rio de Janeiro. That was kind of fun to build as a random thing here. And you can go inside and climb all the way up to the top. Let's see if we can go down in here. Built him just looking out over the whole area. And here's your way to get all the way up. I think you can stop here, and this is the arms. Yeah, so that's on his arms. And then if you really want to go all the way up to the top of his head, you can take this one. Pretty cool little build here. I'm sure you can see the UFO here that I built. And there's nothing special or fancy about this. Just thought it would be fun to build a big UFO. There's nothing going on inside it, but it does light up at night. Looks kind of nice. Maybe we'll come back there if it turns to nighttime during the recording of this video. As we come around, this is just a manual wheat farm that my sister made. Still extremely useful when the villager one isn't going as fast as I need wheat. Again, the wheat, the pumpkins, all that stuff is mainly used for trading with the villagers. This is a very early build that I did, and I think my brother added this ladder on the back to make it easier to go up. There is a spiral staircase inside that goes all the way to the top, and then it spirals down to the interconnected tunnels. I am going to go up the ladder because it's a lot faster. Looks like I accidentally got a chicken egg there. This is not the build height or anything. And this was just early on. I was learning how to mine and look for diamonds and stuff, and I ended up with a bunch of cobblestone and just made a big tower. Okay, we made it. And there's the stairway to get up. From up here you can see 16-bit Mario that my brother made, and a little tiny Saturn that I attempted to make after my first adventure into the Nether. This is an attempt at a recreation of a real sand creation that we made on the beach once. This is the sand hand, kind of the hand reaching out on top of a ball. I think we should go check that out. Yeah, let's go. There's been a lot of mining around here because sand is so useful. The sand hand. This door's a little finicky, but let's see if we can get in. Yeah. And so in here, I just thought it would be fun to make a whole underground little roller coaster system. A little bit like the Epcot ball. Oop, that's taken off. We'll just turn that off for now. So that's what's inside of there. Let's see if I can get back out of here now. Oh! Made it. Alright. Take off one more time here. That's the mob farm you saw before. There's a cow being picked up by the UFO. I don't know if I have enough height for this. Yeah! Did I duck my head? It's kind of embarrassing. Okay. This is also an early build, and it's very important. This is the giant toilet. If I would have built this today, would have made it white. Back then I was really just using cobblestone. This is also my first experience with redstone. So if we come up here, the toilet is full of water. Even chuck this egg in. Okay. And if I pull this, the bottom opens up and the water floods out the bottom. Doesn't really go anywhere. And then I can close that back up again. Water will dry up. Great. We flushed the toilet. My first redstone. Alright. The next thing I want to do is to head into the Nether. And we'll head back this way. We could just go straight through this tunnel, but just to be sure that we're all oriented, I'll just swing around this way. Here's the entrance to my base again. I did create, so here's the main nether portal that I use. Looks like an enderman put a dirt block there, that's funny. I did create a quick way to get into my base, and sometimes I just need to get in there real quick. And that's to just come here and press this. And then I also decided if I have that, I need a quick way to get back up too. And that's right here next to the fish farm. That'll just take me right back up. Alright, let's go into the nether. Okay, so we're here in the nether. This is an area that I call the Wood Between Worlds, which is a reference to Chronicles of Narnia. And there's several portals here which lead to some of our special places. It's not that big of an area, but it's a nice fun little spot that doesn't feel like you're in the nether, but it's in the nether. If I cut through this way, there is a gold farm over here. You'll see there's a turtle egg in the middle. And these types of blocks only pigmen can spawn on. So they spawn there, they run towards that, they fall down, and we collect gold down at the bottom. Just a little bit in there right now. This thing has never been all that efficient for me. But it was fun to build anyway. Head back up. If I continue down this way, it brings me to a couple villages that we found far away, or to a warped forest, which is way off that way. There's also a nether fortress. A few different things. Nothing worth going to investigate. Okay. If I come this way, and I have a cart I can jump into, and this is also for quick travel around this whole large world that we've created. Oops, there's the cart that I should have been on. Some of these offshoots take us to different small things we've built, or to villages, or things we've discovered along the way. Hope this guy doesn't mind me passing through him. That portal was another village, I think. No, I think that was actually a swamp biome. Little side exploration areas on the side there. And what I may... Oh, see a cart. What I really wanted to get to here... this is in an ice zone, but there is a giant underwater temple that was out here. When we get back to the main world. Here we are. And... within this, so the temple is right below us. Let's see if we can descend down there. And I have completely cleared it out so that it is a large open space. And I'm going to go ahead and pass the night here. Perfect. Yeah, this was a lot of work to get this all cleared out, but it's done. Alright, heading back up here. There is some enchanting here, but the main thing is that this is a guardian farm. And so if I come all the way up to the top and I bring my weapons that have, or my tools that have mending, I can just turn this thing on and it'll start cranking through it. They'll virtually never hit me, and they'll give me experience points and fix up all my mending tools. So there's my axe fixed up and my shovel fixed up. We're not going to wait for this to keep going. Oh, finished it anyway. And it also spits out all kinds of extra useful things down here. Yeah, I just went for a glass base so I could see out to the whole world around. Alright, we'll go back into the Nether now. As I come through here, if I were to continue this way, I'm just going to go grab my cart, but this will lead to where I built the Kanto world from Pokemon Blue, and that'll be its own separate video where I show you that. Head back here to the Wood Between Worlds. We're getting close here. The next offshoot path out the side here is from this offshoot path right here leads to where we built the Beach Water Park from the Cincinnati area, a place that me and my brother and sister worked. And we'll just save that cart there, and I'll also be showing that off in a separate video. Come down here and go this way. Oh boy, I'm pretty far from that. And let's head off here. You'll see various portals again that lead off to things that my brother or sister have created that, again, not looking at today. There's a little snow village over here. This is just so much faster to travel like this than trying to get through on the overworld. So there's a little storage area here, and this was in preparation for a project that I'm just starting, where I'd like to have a wither skeleton farm, which will be inside of this nether fortress, which is way over here. This is something I'm going to be working on for a while yet, so it'll be in there eventually. more to come on that someday, maybe. There's also a path, if we would have turned to the left back there, that would have taken us to, like, you have to go way thousands of blocks, even through the Nether, and you can get to Badlands area, and then there's a forest mansion out there also. So that's some fun stuff I'm working on. And then this will take us into the area where the end portal is, and inside this area I built kind of a little safe room so that me and my brother and sister could all have our own bed and some safety items. It's all lit up nicely and cleared out for easy use, and we are going to go ahead and jump into the end here. That's nice and quick. So first thing I'd like to show, and this is a little ways away, but we're going to do it anyway. Way out here is where I built an ender farm. Now this is something that I don't use a ton because I have the Guardian farm, but the Guardian farm relies on a trident which came out of my hand, so it is really only useful for me. If my brother or sister go there, they wouldn't get any of the experience points, and so this is something a bit more useful for them to use, and it was very useful for just getting loads of ender pearls. The idea is the endermen are supposed to fall down here and then be easy to kill. Sometimes the spawn time on these things is just not very good in this version of the game. I don't think I'm going to go up there. Okay, here's some guys. And they've fallen just far enough that they can easily be killed in one hit. And you can grab that experience. Head back over here now. This is all built with half slabs so that nothing can spawn on it. also it saves on resources. Okay, made it back inside here, and we're going to just continue straight up, but stay underground for now. You'll see a sunflower up here, letting us know which way is east. Always know our directions here. And this is actually surrounding this is surrounding a wither killer. So there's a way to set up to build a wither here, activate him, and then his head will go straight into the bedrock, and he won't be able to survive. He'll suffocate in it. He'll die. Easy way to kill these guys, and it's built, as you may have guessed, right underneath the portal back home. So that is about all there is to show. Jump back home here, and we're back inside here where we last slept. So for some future videos, I intend to show the Artisan's Homeworld from Spyro the Dragon game that I used to love to play. I made Loveland Castle from the Cincinnati area, and I'll show that off. I mentioned the Beach Water Park, which I'll be doing a video of, and then also the Kanto region from the Pokemon Blue game. So that's all I wanted to show for today's video. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you for those other videos. Thanks.